It was in the 3rd of April 2022. That's the day that I decided to start my fitness journey. So for the 2 or 3 weeks or even a month before that point, I started to realize that I don't really like my body. So for the few months before that point, after getting fat through the corona lockdown, I started to deny me as hating to be fat. I started to deny it as being like a bad thing. You know, those movements of the body positivity movement and these movements, I started to adopt some of their ideas. But then, after like being totally honest with myself, looking at myself in the mirror and asking myself if I really care, I came to this conclusion. I care. The extent in which I cared to doesn't really matter. It was something that I cared about my physical fitness, and I fucking threw it to the fucking trash. I didn't take care of it at all. I continuously ate the foods that I knew to be bad. I continuously did the wrong things. I didn't train even though I knew that I should have. I didn't go for walks or did anything like healthy, and I knew that I should have been doing it, and it made me shameful. It killed my confidence, and that's why I decided to change. That's why I decided to commit to this journey. Now, that's not the point of this video at all, but the point of this video is to make you realize that after a week, I didn't see a lot of results. I might put a photo on the screen. After a month, I saw some results, right? I lost some of the belly, I got a bit leaner, but also nothing crazy. I have these photos on here on the screen, by the way, so I will just go up to. After 3 months, I lost most of that belly that I had. I lost around 45 pounds, right? I was not like super obese, I was fat. I was just above the obese category, and I didn't have a lot of bone mass because of some genetic thing that I have, but whatever. I lost that weight, I got pretty damn lean, and I still thought that I looked pretty bad. I was not satisfied with my body. I started to develop body dysmorphia because for the 3 months that I got into fitness, that I started to eat less, that I went on a weight loss diet, that I started to train at home, I did one another thing that is good, but it has a negative element to it. I started to get into the fitness community. I started to watch these fitness influencers with the great physiques. I got admiration from them. I wanted to have a physique like them. My perception of a good physique started to get more fucked up, more unrealistic to be more exact. I got really dissatisfied with my body. I wanted visible abs, but in reality, I had just a small belly, nothing crazy, right? I was skinny fat. I got skinny fat after losing weight, and I wasn't like fully satisfied with it. But then I came upon this mindset. This mindset I genuinely think made this journey for me a lot better in terms of my well-being in it, and it helped me to bring to it longevity. Because until that point that I developed this mindset, that I decided to purposefully force it, I forced it around the 2-month point after starting my journey. I realized what it is and started to force it. Until that point, I just acted from a place of dissatisfaction, of not wanting to have that body. I went to these walks and ate less food and this stuff from a place of confidence for sure, but a place of confidence and dissatisfaction. But then when I added this third element, this gave a lot of longevity into my journey and made it a lot better, and it is being grateful. Because after a few months of being in the journey, after 2 months, I made some serious changes to my body. Both my physical health and my appearance got better. I won't sit here and lie. And even though I didn't look like extremely good like all of these fitness influencers, like I look today, not to be an arrogant piece of shit, but I look a lot better than before. Even though I didn't look like that, I still made some progress, and the mindset was to be grateful for it. And if you are somewhat like me at that time, you expected to see a lot of progress, a lot of results from your journey, but you have seen suboptimal results in comparison to what you expected. Your expectations were not shattered. You have not made as much result as you wanted, but you still made progress. I genuinely think that you forcing yourself, right? It doesn't come naturally. Not to me, not to most people. Human nature is pretty negative, right? We don't look for the good things most of the times. We look to them sometimes, but sometimes we are just extremely ungrateful, especially when our expectations were higher than what we received. And that's really what I want you to realize. If you will go and force yourself to be grateful like I have done throughout my whole journey. So we used to think that the feeling of gratefulness, of happiness, all feelings, the thing that came after them was the actions that manifested through these feelings. But it's not really accurate. From what I've heard from scientists and the literature in general, they are closely tied to each other. The feeling can come from the action, and the action can come from the feeling. If you want to become more grateful, you need to act with more gratefulness. You need to start and force yourself to see yourself in the mirror and say to yourself, bro, I'm proud of the progress that I've made. You're looking at your before photo and your current body and just feeling good about it. You need to force it. And as you will force it, that's what happened to me, and that's what happens to a lot of men. You will start to believe it. And by believing it, by going and seeing it and forcing yourself to see it, you will start to see even more proof to it has been true, and you will become more grateful. Your journey will be a lot better in terms of your well-being, in terms of longevity. You will stick to it for longer. It will come from a positive place, from a place of progression, not from a place of dissatisfaction, not from a place of just confidence, which is good, but from a place of confidence, some level of dissatisfaction, and a place of gratefulness of what you are capable of looking at the discrepancy and just feeling good about you taking the good actions consistently. And that's just better, right? Just great. Why wouldn't you do it, bro? That's what I do consistently. I need to be reminded of it sometimes. This video will serve as a reminder for it, for both me and you, because as humans we are not grateful all of the fucking time. That's just me yapping about it, right? But really, we need to force it sometimes. It's not part of our nature, because thousands of years ago, to survive, we needed to be constantly cautious. We needed to be ungrateful. We needed to go and be dissatisfied with our current position, because if we were to be dissatisfied with it, if we were to be grateful for it, which is not the same thing as satisfaction, we would not change, we would not adapt, and we would not get better. So I'm not telling you to become satisfied, I'm just telling you to become grateful. The mindset is essentially you being grateful for taking the right actions until now, you being grateful for the results that you have seen until now, and you being grateful for how you are going to take these actions over and over again from now on. And that's essentially it. If you enjoyed this video, you can like and subscribe, and if you want to get a free course, link in the description. Bye.